Let's talk about your fantasy free day project. This is going to be a fun one. It's due October 8th. Um, you have $100 to spend. There are two big parts to this fantasy free day. First, you need to come up with a daily itinerary, and then you'll have to come up with an itemized breakdown with your taxes and everything. Okay, so let's talk about it. Fall break is in the not too distant future. Your nice science teacher is having a contest giving $100 to spend in one day, provided you follow a couple guidelines. This is make believe, by the way, but pretend there's a contest. You must spend all of it and include details to where every single penny's going. You also must provide a detailed itinerary where you are out of bed at 7 a.m. and you return to bed at 9 p.m. Choose only one day between October 1st and 15th. Sounds far away right now, I know, but it'll be coming up before you know it. Make sure to include the date and the day of the week in your information. So think about this. What are you going to do fun with your day? What are you going to eat? Where are you going to go? How will you get there? Everything costs money. No free rides, including from parents and Ubers. You must pay sales tax on most things, 7%, and possibly tips too. Provide all of this information in a detailed itinerary and detailed expense report. Choose any format to present this information. Okay, so here's an example of a free day that I came up with here in Yorktown, Indiana. Remember, you have to start in your bed and you have to end the day in your bed too. Okay, so here was my day. I got up at 7, and notice everything is rounded here to the nearest 15 minutes. Got up, showered, got ready for the day. I rode my bike 3.2 miles to Bob Evans. Didn't cost money to ride a bike. I had breakfast at Bob Evans. Then I rode my bike to McCullough Park. Then I played on the playground and disc golf in McCullough Park for a long time, about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Then I rode my bike to Chuck E. Cheese. I spent 2 hours at Chuck E. Cheese playing and lunch. Then I rode my bike to the movie theater. I watched the movie Legos 8, which isn't out yet, I know. Then I rode my bike to Texas Roadhouse, had dinner there. Then I rode my bike to Culver's. Then rode my bike to Walmart and bought some stuff at Walmart. And then I rode my bike back home. That was my day. Very basic. You can see how I spent my time. Got up at 7, was back in bed at 9. Okay, here's where I spent my money. Here's an example of a daily expense report. My meal at Bob Evans I actually have on a different page. It costs $12.93. You would need to provide that. Here's how much a small cheese pizza and breadsticks at Chuck E. Cheese costs $12 with tax, 7% tax. So that's the total. The coins, bought $20 worth of coins. Had a blast. The movie was $8. The popcorn and drink was $8. You can see what it is with tax. The Roadhouse meal, it's itemized. I have it on a separate sheet. $20.12. The frozen custard at Culver's was $2.99. I bought at Walmart on my shopping spree a Lego Friends set for $10 about, and a foam finger, one of those giant foam fingers. So you can see all of these numbers will add up to $100. Okay, so that's basics. I do have an itemized page separate that you can see in more details. Let's look at a couple agreed upon expenses and things. Okay, so it's early October, October 1st, October 8th, 15th, somewhere in there. You can choose on a Monday, a Sunday, whatever day you want to choose. And you could look up what events are going on that day. In early October, the typical weather in Indiana, it's sunny with temperature in the 60s. That's the information you need to use. So 60 degrees, not going to be doing much swimming, right? It's kind of long pants and a t-shirt type weather. Okay, this is another agreed upon expense. If you are going to take an Uber ride or a Lyft, or your parent is going to drive you, It costs $1 per minute for the first 10 minutes of a trip. Okay, after 10 minutes, it costs 50 cents per minute. A minimum of a $5 ride. So if you're just riding 2 minutes down the road, you can't give $2. You got to give $5. All right. If you're going to ride for 12 minutes, okay, the first 10 minutes is $1 each, so that's $10. And then you have 2 minutes left, past 10. So 50 cents for each of those minutes, that's another $1. So a 12-minute ride would cost $11. Let's say you do a 30-minute ride. Okay, the first 10 minutes is $10. The next 20 minutes is another $10 for a total of $20. All right, get how that works? You do not need to give tips. You can if you want, but you don't need to give tips for this. You should tip restaurants with waiters or waitresses. Tipping vehicle rides is optional. We already said that. So if you go to McDonald's, you don't leave a tip. If you go to Texas Roadhouse, you do need to leave a tip. Right. Another agreed upon, you cannot give leftover money to your parents at the end of the day, or brothers or sisters. You can't just give them a lump sum. Spend all your money creatively. It's going to take some thinking. Next, you must itemize your costs. Don't just say you spent $12.93 at Bob Evans like I did. Tell the cost of each item. It's a good idea to have a menu or online proof. That's more and more common these days. Or, you can have Uber Eats or something deliver it. So just screenshot that and show that. If you're working virtually, this would be harder, but if you're in class, you may work with a partner, double your money. No groups of 3. If you work with a partner, expect better work. You can ride a bike anywhere. You must get it home too. If you have a bike, you can use it. Okay? If you have a TV, you can use it. Things that you have in your house that are non-consumables, you don't have to buy. You can't carry a bunch of stuff on a bike. So on the bike, I could probably carry that Lego Friends set and a foam finger, but I'm not going to be carrying, I don't know. I'm not going to be carrying 3 ice cream cones on a bike. Not possible. You'll drop one. Okay, round things to the nearest 10 or 15 minutes. That makes it easier. You don't have to say from 6:39 to 6:42, I rode my bike. Round them. 12-minute car trip, go ahead and round it to 10 minutes if you want, or 15 minutes. Your choice. I'd probably round to 15 minutes. Okay, don't just say you watched a movie at home or watch a movie in the theater. Know the theater start time and the length. So that movie, Lego 8, I would have to look up the movie theater start time of the movie, know how long it lasts, all that stuff. It is also very weak and uncreative to spend large chunks of time at home taking long naps, playing on your phone, doing tic-tacing or whatever, playing video games on YouTube, on your TV. This will impact your grade if you just sit around and do nothing all day. We want this to be a fun, adventurous day. Be creative, okay? All right, here's what your rubric looks like. You need that detailed itemized expense report, adding up to exactly $100, not $99.93. Figure out how to spend that last 7 pennies. You can always add a little bigger tip to help you with that. You need to have a detailed daily schedule, telling your distances and your times. If you're driving around, you need to know the distances. Use Google Maps or Apple Maps or other things to know the distances. No errors. Capitalize Chuck E. Cheese. You have reasonable time estimates. Don't tell me it took you 15 hours to get to Indianapolis. Your money is correct and written correctly. Okay. 10 points for that. 10 points to have original creative day, looking different than others, looking different than mine. Don't do the things I did. I know my day sounded awesome, but you come up with your own stuff. And then how are you going to format it? Well, you might want to make it into a slideshow, Keynote, Google Slides, something. Might want to make a poster, take a picture of it. Might make a video of it. Include pictures, include menus, include all that stuff. That's for another 10 points. All right, this is a project that you have a long time to do. So It should look like a project that takes a long time to do. You don't want to do it all in one chunk. Do slow and steady, starting with just creative brainstorming. All right, good luck with this project. We'll talk more as we go.